your character kind of sees the Seljuk crawling on the ground towards where they were. It's like,
why are you all crazy?
I can talk to them through Cole Simpson. Cole goes over and like, we're probably gonna be fine. If I just randomly disappear, then we're dead.
Wimbledon's like, he walks over and he's like, you took a real banger there. And he starts to meld like energies and weave them into your body. It's gonna take a little bit, but
I do anything for my students.
Of course.
Are you sure you're not crazy? I wouldn't die for these people.
I am not.
I look over to Kiana and I say, well, we're all crazy here. We just jumped off a building.
To which, occasionally, they see Eldritch Blasts where Tanner's trying to use them to help Solomon aim where they're going.
Yeah, there's like magic flying off the side of the cliff, and Solomon and Tenry are like, okay, how do we fly an airplane?
Tanner's just like, maybe if I use this, and freaking holds the racket, like, the Eldritch Blast into it, just like, ah!
The Gravedigger spews smoke out of the back to see if it can help too.
It starts to look like an airplane, but it's hindering you more than helping.
Alright, I stopped that.
You guys fall through the silt for what seems like a while. You see a poof of silt appear as the creature lands pretty much like head first right next to the grave of LeBlanc. Just its four paws are like scurrying around. You guys start to float down towards it and you can see it. It's struggling, its head is buried in the sand. Or his silt.
God.
And I'm like, okay, what now?
It felt familiar, and I can taste cayenne peppers every time it does that thing. This is weird. I think.
Are you gonna see if you can try and tame it?
Maybe, but I don't know what the heck to do.
What the f?
Yes, you notice it seems to be shrinking and slothing into the silt. And going further and further down, digging like a mole.
I run over and try and grab it. Oh no, you don't.
Solomon, you watch as the creature gets out of your grasp barely, and it disappears underneath the silt.
Tenner kind of like lets out of the ground. She's like, "Oh god damn it!" And closes his eyes, trying to see if he can't focus on it. Since he could taste the peppers, he's just like, okay, let's see if I can't do this. I got nothing.
As you're focusing, a form rounds the corner and sprints up to you guys.
I look over and I'm like, how'd you get down here so fast?
He points at the tower and then he points at you and he wiggles his fingers and sparkles fly out.
Oh, okay, he used magic.
Yeah.
So I can't sense it.
He looks at the hole in the ground and starts to, like, dig at it. And then he shrugs his shoulders.
Yeah. Well, maybe it eats Barrow White.
Why is it after me?
Then Tenrir, Madigo, and Solomon, you all hear a hissing like a snake, like a rattle, a shaking. Something walks towards you out of the bushes.
I look over and I'm like, jeez. I point a finger and I'm like, a finger and I'm like, I don't have time for you, Eldritch Blast.
Solomon, you notice that this is the one that was missing its cloak from earlier. That must have been washing around at the bottom of the flats. It has just recovered. Is like crawling out, looking for like a home, and you just ping it in the head, and it falls over dead. Its soul poofs out in a little moat.
I contemplate for a moment. Do I want another one? One's enough.
One what?
Oh, I contemplated going to get its soul, but I have one. I point to the falcon.
What? Oh,
Madigo stands up and is like, he walks past you guys and seems to be heading back towards the tower since the creature has since disappeared.
I pat Tenrir on the back. I'm like, Let's find Abraxas.
Processing here. This is really starting to piss me off.
Yeah, same.
Don't understand why the hell this thing is coming after me. I don't understand anything that's going on. Freaking.
Also, it seemed almost impervious to damage. Like we flung it off a freaking tower.
Seriously, if you wanted to talk right now about anything, that'd be nice. He says he looks at the ungloved hand.
You seem to be handling yourself well enough.
I doubt that I'm handling it well. I nearly died. Again.
Death is a minor inconvenience in our contract.
Wait, what? What?
Did you assume that the contract would end once you died? A foolish mistake, child.
That's... Also, I'm not a child. I'm 18.
Assuming you're talking to your worm, the worm is probably old enough to call, like, Saldra a child.
Oh, probably,
In
but...
the eyes of this universe, you are but a speck of dust.
Yeah, freaking glint in your father's eye, etc.
You spoke of your friend once more.
Who, Abraxas?
Abraxas, flame of retribution.
You've heard of him?
His power was great and revered. A shame that all had to come to an end.
Wait, what?
It was the fault of the Black Magus, our enemy. The Black Magus threatens us all. He was extinguished many millennia ago, and now exists in his weakened state to regain his power, being as Abraxas.
That can't be right. Abraxas never told me about that.
You think he had any reason to tell you everything?
He was like a father to me. He wouldn't hide that.
Fathers hide things all of the time.
When I was ready, he told me what I needed to know. He never kept secrets. He promised he wouldn't. You get like a little smile from the creature.
We all have secrets to keep wondering. It appears you do as well.
What? I don't keep any secrets. I don't have any. Secrets?
You want guidance, correct?
In a sense, yes.
And let us begin doing what we agreed to. Return to your place of residence, and I shall guide you to the first imprisoned. It lies not far from where your friend is as well.
Good to know.
Before we start, though, Wanderer, I must warn you. I've observed your party. You say they are your friends. You say I should give them protection from my pets. Then why? Why, I must ask? Why do you insist on allowing enemies to walk amongst friends?
What? Enemies?
The husk is harmless. It can be ignored. The mirror image should be held with caution. It is not to be trusted. And the Guardian should be killed immediately. She will be your undoing.
Guardian? Seldra?
It would not break our contract for you to ignore me. However, this is my honest opinion.
Keep calling them these names. Husk, Hollow. And then you mentioned something before whenever you said this. Said that somebody else was an imitation of sorts. What are you going on about with all this? The hell's a guardian?
I speak to their true nature. Names are a trivial nature in my world. We do not care to keep them. They change and shift with the sands of time, much like a form, a visage, and a goal. Now get going.
Yep.
I will have your back when the moment is critical.
That's good to know. Slowly starts to pull the glove back over his hand.
So,
Cryptic as hell.
oh my god, is he one of those higher beings that only talks in riddles?
No, he was being pretty frank, but also cryptic. I gotta get back to the others.
Madigo runs over and taps his helmet and points back at the tower, kind of impatiently.
I'm like, yeah, we're getting there.
No, Madigo, this way, it's quicker. Hang on, follow me. Tanner starts walking towards the planar warp on the ground.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that does work actually.
Rufus is like, yeah, actually, it's still there. We should be able to reach there in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes or so.
Thanks, guys, for letting me have that selfish moment.
Hey, don't worry about it. I say, let's go find a Brexis. Since he was probably taken somewhere, maybe he's in like a prison or something.
The worm will tell us the way.
That's fair.
Apparently, it's where he's at is close to where one of his friends are. Madigo, do you know any more of that story about the white worm?
He looks around, cocks his head, shrugs his shoulders.
Terry then kind of like looks from his left hand that holds that mark with the glove now over it to his right hand.
Madigo takes a look at it. Again, just kind of scowls and looks at it. Doesn't really give you much of an inkling of an idea of what he's thinking.
Yeah. I think I need to follow what that myth that your husband said.
He nods, but again, turns and seems to point
Yeah, he's
questioningly.
walking. He's walking.
Yeah,
You are walking while you're doing this?
We're
Okay,
walking.
cool.
Yeah.
We're walking and
Yeah.
talking.
Put the freaking tennis racket away again.
Okay, you guys get to the portal, and it is all just basically how you left it, more or less.
Well, alright. Rufus, you okay, bud?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Cool. We need to get back on top of the tower. We
Can
got
do,
that.
bud.
Thanks.
Chuck me at the portal. I'll take you right there.
Tosses him down. Just like,
Everybody else you notice as the group pops out of the portal again and is back at top of the tower. Madigo walks over.
Tanner,
ah,
alright.
yeah, I'm fine.
That was some ballsy display you just did there. Nice high
That
dive
was
for.
quite insane.
Mm.
Are you
Where's-
all this crazy?
Yes.
More or less.
Wimbledon, can you tell me more about the other?
The
Not
other.
He kind of pulls his glove down to show the mark. The opposite of this.
So you mean normal, healthy, manicured skin? I'm sorry, I'm missing your point, sir.
I talked to the white worm.
You talked to the who now?
The white worm, the being of pure evil that I had to shatter a weird horned skull to make a pact with.
I point over. He touched that bell to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, you interacted with the gate.
Yes.
And no one's supposed to do that. Nobody knows what's beyond these things. You're not supposed to talk with them. You talked to an outsider, didn't you?
I've talked to 2 outsiders. Yes.
Yeah, one was
2 of them?
Remember my
Yeah, right. I remember you talking about that. The good outsider. Okay. Well, I find that hard to believe. It's besides the point.
It's quite true in that regard.
I would not listen to a thing it says. It's marked you? That can only be an omen of darkness.
Oh, I made a pact with it.
Oh my god, he rubs his temples. Are you serious?
Yeah, I have to release its friends in order to
Oh
complete.
my god, he looks around, I'm working with a bloody moron! Oh! He
So I
puts his
take it
hand in his
he's
head.
the craziest.
I say, I look over and I'm like, I take offense to that.
Wimbledon,
What?
where's one of the others? Where's one of the others?
I have no idea what he's asking for. He says his friends are, what? What now?
Sealed, like he was.
Well, I don't know of any seals. He was sealed where?
He points at the bell. In that.
Are you sure?
I mean, either that or in the skull that I shattered, but it's confusing because I only was able to talk to him while touching the bell and saying his name.
If you say the name of an outsider, it grants them power.
Good. What's the name of one of the good ones?
I don't interact with them. I cannot tell you there is a good one. You found the only good one I've know of, in fact, as it happens.
That's not true at all. Remember your story? The ones that are light and dark, the ones that created these supposed tieflings, or whatever you call
He gets
them.
in close. You need to realize that that is just a story.
It's not just a story. I can tell it.
From what I've seen so far, it might be a sign that story is true.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so folks. He points at the mechanism on the wall. This is known as a gate. I don't know if you've heard of this or not, but this is what us magisters are here to protect.
Wait, this thing right here?
This thing right here.
I look at I look at the staff of my smoky gravedigger. I based the staff off of this.
That's rather interesting. He walks around it. I was not the one who created these things. They were brought into creation long before I appeared. Have you heard of the Black Magus?
Yeah, the worm talked about it at one point to me too.
Well, it makes sense.
He hates the Black
outsiders. Of course. The outsiders are the natural-born enemies of wizards, he says. And the Black Magus is essentially the most powerful wizard to ever live. Or at least he was. He disappeared.
He got killed, I thought. Didn't he? Or...
He left.
Didn't...
He
kind of looks to the others. Didn't somebody say that Vercule or someone killed him? I don't remember.
Nobody recalls that ever being said.
I don't remember. I thought somebody mentioned that.
He's like, no, that he just disappeared. He left. He put us in control of these things. He said they're important. They were something he set up to keep a look on the place, a lockdown, as it were. They're gates to the outside. He kind of taps the globe with his foot.
Wait.
Underneath here is a portal that leads to the outer planes.
He kind of leans down and puts a hand on it. Huh.
Essentially, we prevent these from ever being opened. No one's to use them. If anyone were, who knows what type of cataclysm would come about.
I cross my arms. I'm like, that does remind me of something. What was Staticky Man even trying to do with Hazel?
He was trying to make... Oh god, he was trying to open this. I think he was trying to open this. Well, he had... Terran kind of walks over to where the tube used to be in the weird mechanism that he'd set up. There was a tube here, along with a weird console thingy. And then over where the bell is now, there was a giant creature that we killed. But he had
wait.
Hazel...
Hold on. You killed the creature here?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was made of vines and had a weird crystal in it.
Dear God, you're stupider than I thought, Wimbledon says, walking over this way.
It was trying to kill us!
What?
You made a pact with an outsider. Of course it was trying to kill you. That's what it does!
That was after. The pact came after.
No. you remember? I have a pact with Abraxas at the time. He's technically an outsider. Still.
What?
Mm.
Oh.
But it wasn't just trying to kill me, it was trying to kill everyone.
That's fine. It's okay. It should be fine for now, but we need to keep this area unlocked. It is weak. What you defeated there was the guardian of this tower.
No. No.
So what you're saying is we got played.
No.
Majorly, yes. Then he steps down, putting his hand around. Now, I don't know exactly how these things work. I'm no mechanic. That's the domain of the Black Magus, more or less. I just simply protect it. I am, he says, one of the guardians of these places.
Oh no.
Rat, I'd like to give the mechanism a look once over. See if I have any of my technical knowledge is of any use here at all.
I'm gonna tell you, short and simple, it's not.
Probably before your time.
I'd offer to help, but this is more advanced than anything I know.
Yes, it seems.
And I'm made out of gears, for Christ's sake.
So, now that you know, these places are what we're defending from the outsiders. I'm surprised that you weren't aware of this. Actually, it makes sense. You encountered the Baron's ghost, you said.
Yes.
Did he say anything about this?
No, he
not at
couldn't
all.
remember much.
Oh, that makes sense. Gosh, they must have been planning this for who knows how long.
I mean, he said he's been dead for, he thinks, at least a few decades, wasn't it? Something like that?
100-ish years?
Something like that?
Well, we need to stop them from being able to get back here easily. If I remember correctly, he says, and he looks over at this bell. There should be a power source here somewhere. Something powering that planar warp.
I look under the bell.
It seems to be solidly, slammed into the ground. It's hard to get underneath it.
I bring over Cole Simon and my Smoky Gravedigger, and they're gonna try and lift it up and be like, "Come on, guys, come on, we'll see if we could pick it up."
Hey, guys, move. Solomon, help me out
Yes.
here. Put your hand on this. He kind of pulls out the tennis racket again.
The falcon drops to the ground. I'm like, "All right, strings."
No. Put your
not
hand
strings.
on it.
I put my hand on it. Okay.
On the count of 3,
Okay.
cast your weird Eldritch Blast thing.
Okay.
Full power. We're going to try to amplify it by going through this mirror. My research is right. What happened the last time was it was able to amplify a bit, but I don't know. The two of us together might be able to do this. Going through the racket, since this thing seems to be able to be a focus. I don't know. Stupid ideas.
I mean, that's our forte, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of is.
All right, let's try it.
He just picks up Solon, puts him on his arm, and angles the stinking tennis racket into the mirror, aiming at the top of the bell. Alright,
Okay.
on 3, we blast this thing as hard as we can to try to knock it over. Ready?
All right. Yep.
1,
2.
2, 3.
Oh, damn. So a critical 31. You guys overload the bell with energy and kind of send it spiraling back over onto its side. It skitters to the side, and the magical energy. You hear a kind of a clang, a ring, like an energy source unleashed. The vines kind of wriggle and hide back underneath the bell.
Oh,
I hold out my hand for a high five.
he gives him like a little light high five.
Yeah.
Half-hearted.
Dang, that was impressive. Did you just push that over with Eldritch Blast?
Yep.
Something like that.
Well, sock it to him, little Eldritch energy to the Eldritch Bastards themselves. Good job, guys.
Wait, Eldritch Bastards? What?
Outsiders, Eldritch energy. That energy comes from the outside plane. I assume you knew that.
Was that an out? Wait, was the thing chasing you an outsider?
I don't even know anymore. It did the weird thing like what happened with Abraxas and me, but it was different.
It could grow and shrink.
Yeah. I also was able to taste something whenever it kept doing that weird breath or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I put my finger on my chin. If it's connected to the white worm, then I assume it could be connected to you by proxy.
No, it's not the worm. He said it had nothing to do with him. Like I said, he gets down and starts drawing with charcoal on the ground, the circle. It looked like this, and moves over and draws the one for Abraxas, and Abraxas's look like this. They're kind of similar.
Guys, so you seem to have uncovered something. You might have been on the right track, he says as he's like staring up inside the bell.
I go over. What? I look inside.
There's something in there.
Me, and then it's like the thing where everyone just looks over.
Essentially at the top you see a slight purpley glow, and the vines seem to be coalescing around something at the top of the bell.
Was the crystal for the thing also kind of purpley?
Yeah, as it happens, but it was much smaller than this.
I don't think any of us should touch that.
Well, we should probably do something about it. If we leave it here in this state...
We need Joel.
Wait, we need Joel? What for?
Hang on, I have an idea. Give me a second. Hey, Rufus, buddy.
Yeah? What's up?
Can you bring people here?
Not really. I don't have legs. You need to come with me, bud.
No, Rufus. Can you do like what you did that other time? I want you to create a planar warp that forces Joel here.
What do you think I am? Some type of miracle worker?
Yes.
No, I can't do that.
Damn it. Come on, buddy. I know you can open planar warps. I know you said you could do like...
I mean, he was just sleeping. Why can't we just go back and ask him?
The best thing I can do is create a planar warp here under your feet, and that'll take all of my magical energy, and I'll probably go to sleep for another century.
Oh god, centuries are... do you know... Can you lock onto Joel at all?
Joel? I can't lock onto Joel. No. Why?
What?
No.
What about Wizard?
I can't lock onto people. What are you talking about? What?
That's fair.
You guys are making up powers that I don't have.
But Joel's not normal. That Tenor aims him at the fucking crystal. Does that look familiar?
Yeah, what about it? It's planar magic.
And he pulls the skull back. Exactly. Joel has that.
Wait, the crystal is planar magic?
It is pure crystallized planar magic.
And Joel could access that last time we were here, so can you track him?
No, I can't track... He looks around. If he could sweat nervously, he would. I think you're trying to get a little bit too much out of me, if you know what I mean. I'm not much, man.
Can you warp me to a specific person, or does there have to be a circle near them?
Warping, generally, it's much harder to get you towards a specific location. Do you have a location in mind?
Tenor, you know, remember, there was a warp in the Gumption.
True.
I don't see why not. Why don't we just use that one?
Wait here, I'll be right back, guys.
I jump over, I'm like, I don't want to be with these weirdos.
I'm just like, oh, by the way, actually, hold on. While we're there, I need to make a delivery. Wallace, did you grab the stuff? He turns over to Wallace. Did you grab the stuff? Wallace nods. Great.
We might as well all go. There's no reason in splitting up.
I want to take a stop and say hi to Wizro. How long have you left this thing? Like days? It'll probably be fine, Wimbledon says. So long as they don't appear today, I'm sure we'll be fine.
It's not like there's a weird possible outsider, possible not outsider thing that tracked me and followed us and got away.
Good point, Wimbledon says. Hold on, I'll be right back. He rushes over here. Wimbledon adds a little bit of magic towards the bell, and you see the vines kind of poof and puff up in power. There you go. This'll probably help. Hopefully, if whatever that is comes back in, we'll be able to stop them. Alright, let's go pay Wizro a visit. I'm gonna kick the old fool's ass.
Yeah. Drops Rufus on the thing too. Gumption. Yay.
2 Gumption, yay! Nyah, nyah. Oh, I've been wanting to go back to the Gumption. Oh, hey, by the way, Kiana,
What?
there's a planar warp opening up right beneath our feet.
I know, Riley. I know.
Riley is precious.
You're doing so well.
Holy fucking
yeah.
shit.
In character, this is obvious. Out of character, guys, I think we're all about to die.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. The magic whirls around you. You're pulled away from your location, and you appear back in Earthly Gumption, popping out of the portal, and no one's here. There's a bunch of crayons strewn about on the floor, and it seems like the table has been moved, and generally a lot of stuff has been done. And you also notice, for the first time ever, the crow is gone.
I look over and see something's wrong here.
Yeah, very much so.
The crow would never leave his books.
Yeah, I know. They're all in disarray. They're not even sorted alphabetically or alphanumerically.
Cole runs over and grabs the sock puppet.
I'm gonna walk towards the bunk room.
Okay, you're walking towards the bunker room. Oh, this is gonna be good, isn't it?
I am peeking through the doorway.
You peek through the doorway. Okay. So, Seldra, I'm gonna explain what you see, because this is kind of crazy. There's a figure standing here, looking towards the bathroom. And there's a figure here, walking through the door. You don't recognize either of them. This one looks a little bit familiar. It turns around and faces towards you. August, I think they've shown back up.
Everyone!
Vercule looks over and starts to cast a spell. Argus starts to cast a spell.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor and duck behind the corner here.
Vercule steps towards you. Argus, you notice, the ground shakes and a triumphant lurch as the sound of a Goliath roar, like the creaking of a boat, echoes throughout the entire Gumption. You feel heat, and then you feel piercing cold. Your vision blacks out for a moment, and back in. Blacks out for a moment, back in. Everybody back in the magical room notices the portals flicker on and off like nuts. The lights going on and off and on and off like an avalanche of stones. The Gumption lurches and shakes, throwing everybody back and forth against the walls.
Oh, Jesus.
The spell, which illuminated the Gumption with a faint, warm light, flickers and spasms on and off like a wicked strobe light. The party witnesses the place whirl around and spin. Hamburgers fly by as the fridge door opens. The chest of infinite booze unlatches, and spotted kobold home brews fly everywhere.
No.
And then a cataclysmic crash. The lights go out, and the Gumption impacts the ground. You're all thrown up, and you land with a hard whoomph. The planar warps thrum and fade out of sight. You no longer can see. Darkness surrounds you, and you feel very, very cold.